Have you seen this video before, sir?
I have.
Okay. Before you proceed, Ms. Gilman, have you seen this on social media?
The news, social media.
Has anybody else shown you this video?
No.
How many times do you think you've been exposed to this video?
Too many to count.
Even this video shows the altered spot on his back window and the back bumper.
Do you see that white part of the back rear light taillight?
Objection.
Some of that white light is just a reflection from the security camera light, and some of it is altered.
Can you zoom in a little bit more?
That is part reflection from the security light, and then it is part alteration where the video has been altered. But of course, Hank's not going to say, "Can you see the white light shine?" anymore, is he? He's going to pretend like he doesn't see the altered video, which is blatantly obvious to anyone that really looks at it. I have proven time and time again there are no white lights or LEDs inside of the taillight. They are all red. That is 100% added to make it look broken.
And with the damage that you saw when you looked at that Lexus in Dayton hours later?
It was the black Lexus. That was not the taillight the day I was there.
Can you do me a favor, Mr. Walk? With the court's permission, could we zoom in on the right rear taillight, please?
Okay.
Do you see the condition of that taillight as it's depicted in this photo?
I do.
Sergeant Barros, is this the condition of the right rear taillight when you showed up at the Reed household at around 3:15 in the afternoon on January 29th, 2022?
Absolutely not.
What's different about this photo, sir?
That taillight is completely smashed out.
There are no salt spots, no water spots, or any kind of sand or debris inside of that taillight. It is pristine. That could not happen if it was busted out like that. You can clearly see the taillight is not completely busted out, even with them altering it. The taillight on the back of Karen's SUV, as it sits right now, would look like this, lit up. This does not look like what they are showing in John O'Keefe's driveway at 5:07 a.m. This is what it would look like with just the parking lights. This is what the taillight would look like right now as it sits in Karen Reed's black 2021 Lexus LX 570 with the brake lights on. Even that side that is busted out is red, but you can also clearly see the salt spots or water spots. When I drove it for 2 miles round trip, the spots are on everything. This is what her taillight should look like sitting in that Sally Port. This is what it would look like with the brake lights on. There is no doubt about it. With the diffuser gone and broken, that this is what it would look like. There is no resemblance to the 5:07 a.m. ring video on January 29th, 2022. But this is what it would look like lit up with the brakes on. This is what the taillight looks like after a 25-mile-an-hour hit. The diffusers are intact. The LEDs down here in the corner are intact. They're both putting out light. None of the diffusers were broken. The bottom one was cracked. This is what Karen's taillight should look like with just the lens broken. With just the lens broken, this is what it should look like. Now watch, I'll take the red lens off. It's still red. The red is almost a translucent color. like you can see through it. It's got very little red tint on it.
What do you recognize as being?
This is the Reed residence.
Do you see some vehicles in that still shot of the video?
I do. That other vehicle that's at the rear of that tow truck is the Lexus SUV.
In my opinion, this is where the event from the text string data came from. The tow truck driver trying to get it out of the driveway and onto the tow truck.
Can you see what's the still image of that video right now?
I can.
I'm going to ask you if you'll turn to your right, concentrate this area here. Do you see what's depicted in that still image?
I do.
Does that appear to be a taillight?
Yes.
Does it look clear? Does it look like it's shining red?
Looks clear.
The portion that is intact, does that appear to be brighter red?
Correct.
And the photograph that I just showed you a second ago, let's go back. You see the red?
Yes.
All right. Is that the condition of the taillight as you saw it on January 29th around 3:15 or 3:30 when you got to the location?
It was.
Let's go.
Dr. Russell, can you see what is depicted on that slide?
Yes.
Is that impact that is depicted on this slide, is that a clip or is that a direct impact to the arm?
I believe that that's a rather direct impact.
This is a direct impact. And now, from your experience, a direct impact to the arm, assume, as was discussed, a motor vehicle, 6,000-pound Lexus going 24 miles an hour in reverse with a direct impact on the arm. From your experience as an emergency medicine physician, what type of injuries would you expect to this arm?
So I would expect at least significant bruising, at least. But I would also expect fracture, possible dislocation of portions of the arm.
What portions of the arm would you expect fractures and dislocations?
Well, from this image, if it impacted that section of the arm, and let me use my pointer, a very good possibility that there would be a radius and ulnar fracture of the forearm or an elbow fracture.
Could you please stand up and with your Honor's permission, show where the radius and where the ulnar bones are of the arm? The lights on, please. Thank you. You can keep the lights on.
So the radius and ulnar are the two long bones in the forearm right underneath the skin. And then they join with the humerus bone here in the upper arm at the elbow. And those, of course, these bones are they're susceptible to fracture with a significant impact. And also the elbow would be susceptible to fracture.
How about the hand?
The hand could be injured. It depends on where the hand was in relation. And also, if there was a fall, there are other mechanisms that could contribute to a fracture from the actual fall onto the ground. So there could be a wrist fracture, digital fractures. It depends on the circumstances.
Thank you.
I'm going to go over this one more time real quick. The elbow is completely broken. Those two bones in the forearm are completely broken in two. The elbow is completely broken. The wrist is completely broken. Can't really see inside the wrist. But the wrist, that bone on the side of the wrist is completely broken right there. His hand is pretty much intact. The thumb is broken. And the fingertips. The fingertips are broken. The pinky's broken. Fingertips broken. This finger's broken. The pointer finger's good. The thumb is broken at the end. But the wrist is definitely broken. You can see the bone inside there is not in the right place. Those two bones right there, definitely broken. The elbow is completely broken. The taillight hit like that. I wanted it to get that sharpest point. I wanted the taillight to break. I wanted the sharpest piece of this arm to hit that taillight to give it the best chance to break. And now my buddy here's coming up here to get in on the action. He likes Buddy's arm. Damn it, Bobby. Well, you can't. Here, you want him to give you a pet? He don't know what to make of the arm. He thinks it's weird, but he'll take a pet. you can't get pets from Bobby or Buddy. Here, you want Buddy pet you? All right.